Alright, we live, boys. We live. We are live. Uh, Live breaking. I don't know why my internet sucks. Can I just close this? I was just editing a video, but I guess we gotta go live now. We gotta go live now. Because Davante Adams happened, and now it's my Packers added into this whole thing. And I was planning on editing a video first, but life. Hello, Cameron. It was good. Life can't be good because Davante Adams has to freaking say, "Hey, let's go to live stream." What the heck is going on? Okay, freaking stop this ad. I don't care. Davante Adams, of course, has to hurt me. And I was editing a video, I was editing a rebuild, and of course, Davante has to hurt me. So we're going to move this over here so I can see chat. So we have a lot of things to break down in this live stream. What's up? Hi, hello there. What happened with Adams? All right, so what happened with Adams? Do you want to know what happened with Adams? Let's start there. All right, so Davante Adams is saying like his future is uncertain. All my stuff is messed up. Adams is saying his future is uncertain if Rodgers leaves and is not the quarterback. So speculation and concern continues for the Packers as in relation to Aaron Rodgers' uncertain future with the Packers. Developments are scarce and opinions from the past and present has been prevalent. So our number one wide receiver and arguably number two face of the franchise. What a W for Bears fans like you, I know. Potentially answered Adams Monday on The Hurt with Colin Cowherd when asked if Rodgers leaving would affect his future in Green Bay. That's my guy. That's the only guy I've had. Other than that 2017 season when he got hurt, it's the only guy that I played with. We built a special connection over the years that put us both in really good positions in our career. Not that he needed me to come along for it because he was already in that spot. But we established a lot together. It would change a lot, man. Doesn't mean potentially I'd be gone, but I definitely have to do some extra thinking if my guy wasn't here. Ouch. Ouch. A 2014 NFL draft second round pick of the Packers has grown into one of the league's top players. Adams has rattled off 4 Pro Bowls, 2 100-plus catch seasons, and 2 1,000-yard campaigns. Adams led the NFL with 18 touchdowns last year and helped Rodgers win the MVP. And this is a punch in the gut. He stayed with Green Bay his whole career and played with Rodgers all the time, except when Brett Hundley had to come in when Rodgers was injured. And Rodgers reports are still circulating. He's still unhappy, and it's not just from Adam Schefter. It's from Ian Rappaport. Ian Rappaport and the other dude, I don't know. But those two NFL insiders came out with an update today. So it's based on a lot of rumors and speculation, but the evidence seems to be getting stronger that Rodgers is still unhappy. So basically what this is saying is if Rodgers leaves, then a contract extension with Adams might be more difficult because A, our money situation, and B, because Adams is a free agent after this year. So A, our money situation, and B, that if Rodgers leaves, he's like, I don't know if I want to stay. I mean, he could return. He's open to that, but it's like it may have him looking elsewhere. Packers GM said Jordan Love needs to wait, and that means Packers GM is leaving. Thank God, finally, Aaron Rodgers is staying in Green Bay. I think like the Packers GM, they're all committed to Rodgers. It's our MVP quarterback, but Adams, if we don't give him exactly what he needs, and another team outbids us next year, he's gone. If Rodgers is gone after next year, I mean, if Rodgers stays, then if we kind of, give him a hometown discount and he stays with us and kind of, we don't have to outbid the other teams next year. But like if Rodgers leaves, then if we get outbid by another team, then he's gone. So that's basically all that there is on Adams right now. He just all he said that potentially he might hurt. That's the only guy he's had, and they established a lot together. It would change a lot. Doesn't mean he'd be gone again, but he'd have to do some extra thinking if Rodgers was not there. So that's all that really means. So from now we have Eric Fisher news. He signed with the Colts. Just leave this in the tank. Top 5 picks. Start again from zero. I know, man. Adams will just do some extra thinking if Rodgers leaves. My freaking I can't do this. All right, there we go. So Eric Fisher has signed a 1-year deal, $9.4 million with the Colts, and they address their biggest remaining need. The Colts have all this money laying around, and they make an insane signing, an absolute great signing for them. Following the retirement of Anthony Costanzo, they add Eric Fisher is going to start at left tackle, I guarantee you, and that makes their offensive line just elite with Quentin Nelson and those guys. They felt the class wasn't deep at tackle, and now they get the best one remaining at left tackle, Fisher, who is a Pro Bowler left time. So is his status going to be available for week 1 because he did injure himself in that championship game with the Colts? This is definitely a steal from the Colts for sure. Adams about to be put in that Allen Robinson was going through the past few years. I mean, if we get that extension done, I'm praying that we get that extension done. But the Colts addressed their biggest remaining need on the roster Monday, signing him. But is he going to be available for week 1? He suffered a torn Achilles in the AFC Championship game, which was in January, and the season starts in, I believe, September. September is when the beginning of September. Because of this, the Colts are uncertain of his timeline, but his status of week 1 is in doubt. But it seems like the Colts are hoping for a late September return, so probably like week 3, week 4. So they should be all right until then. I was told the Colts are estimating late September timeframe when he's 100%. So they're dealing with a similar issue with the second-round pick, Dale Ogunbide, I can't say his name, who also suffered a teared Achilles, and they addressed pass rush in the draft, getting Kwity Paye and stuff. So this is a steal. Only like $9.4 million a year. That's a steal. They got the best tackle in the draft. They finally used their cap space because they always have this money, but they never get anything in free agency. And you saw Carson Wentz with no offensive line. It was really bad. He was running around, throwing interceptions, losing confidence. So now he's reunited with Frank Reich, and he has a new left tackle, an absolute home run for them. So let me read chat. But if we extend Aaron Rodgers, then we are keeping Jordan Love in the squad. Just let him go and get some draft capital because he was a first rounder. I mean, the Patriots, rumors had it, they were going to give us a first rounder, but, that's over. But, we're keeping Love for our future. It's going to pan out somehow. But now the Jaguars are going to sign Tim Tebow to play as a tight end. Jaguars news. The Jaguars, Urban Meyer, they're going to reunite, and Tim Tebow is probably going to play tight end. He's an athletic, dual threat guy who was with the Broncos, playing from Florida and now going to Jacksonville. The Jaguars are expected to sign former University of Florida star within the next few weeks, reuniting him with his head coach in college, Urban Meyer. He'll be a tight end, obviously, because Trevor Lawrence, not a quarterback, and he'll be learning a new position 6 years after he last participated in an NFL practice, 2015 preseason with the Eagles. I hate these ads. I don't care. All right, get out. All right. Moving to tight end was something NFL teams wanted Tebow to consider after he failed as a quarterback. He did have that Jordan Love will be worth the first round spit. I mean, he's probably not, but he's a raw talent. Yeah, that's for sure. But I mean, if we could get a team to overpay, Tim Tebow is definitely going to be a beast after having Trevor and Urban on his team. He could rebound for sure, but it's just so iffy. Tebow wanted to remain a professional athlete. Since the baseball thing with the New York Mets didn't work out, this is his best shot, mainly because of Urban Meyer, the familiarity in the system. And Meyer and Tebow won a pair of national championships at Florida, and they've remained close, so it shouldn't be a surprise they're trying to pull this move off. And they don't really have any good tight ends on their roster. Tight end is probably their biggest need. It's hard to imagine many other NFL coaches or general managers would be willing to give a 33-year-old who hasn't been a part of the league in his 6 years to try out a position that he's never played before. He's going to have to be their tight end. Tight end 1, tight end 2, tight end 3, maybe. Like, it's not really. Can he make the team? I don't. His chances of making the team aren't great. He played tight end only a handful of snaps with the Jets back in 2012. Here's a little clip. Oh, that's loud. I mean, here's a clip right here. I don't know if you guys can see, but I mean, he was not turning his head around in the boat. Around, I mean, that's Sanchez throwing to Tim Tebow. Mark Sanchez throwing to Tim Tebow. I mean, this isn't who you want as tight end. I mean, it's the guy in the system that he's familiar with. But look at him; he's not turning around at the right time. Goes in motion, but it's like your tight end 1 for Trevor. He's going to have to practice a lot. He's not been asked to block linebackers or defensive ends, which I don't think he would be able to do. He's never caught a pass in college or the NFL. His only career NFL target we just played, and that was not good. He's a very good athlete, and he's going to put in the work and extra work, but he's going to have to go a long way, and it's just not the guy you want as your tight end. So they just basically want to do this because they need a tight end. It's the familiarity with the system, and they just got a new quarterback, and they're trying to make a comeback story and blah, blah, blah. But I'm not sold on it. Can he rebound? Hopefully. He's a great athlete, but he's got a long way to go. A lot of things to learn. He's not going to be a blocker. So he's got to put that athleticism to use, and I just don't see it. His high is probably going to be average tight end. Lowest is the 3rd string. Yeah, he might make the roster because they just don't have any tight ends. I believe Rodgers stays for 2021 at least if he can't get a long-term deal done. I'm with you right there, number 1 Packers gamer. I'm with you right there 100% of the way because Rodgers is under contract. We're not trading him because that would be stupid, and we'd have a lot of money to owe on him. So really, we're going to keep him unless we get some enticing offers. But that was basically all the major news today. Just the Colts adding left tackle Fisher, which was great. I think the Colts with Carson Wentz could be in for a better year than they had with Rivers. I mean, I think Wentz could be a rebound candidate with a good offensive line and a new head coach. But and they still got talent on defense, but the Packers, if they can just keep Rodgers on the roster, which is probably going to happen because he's under contract, then that's what's going to happen because he's under contract. He can't really do anything unless sit out or retire. There's no trade out there for the best player in the game. Yeah, he's our MVP quarterback. He's going to have a big cap hit. We talked about this before. Didn't Rodgers say he would hold that? Rodgers hasn't said anything really directly himself. It's just a bunch of reports coming, but it's not just Adam Schefter now. That's basically the twist. It's not just Adam Schefter. It's a bunch. It's like Ian Rappaport and stuff kind of got in on the fun. I mean, Adams is behind Rodgers 100%, and his future will impact Adams, but it's basically the only Packer that it's impacting. So Adams is for sure going to be on the team next year. Rodgers is most likely going to be on the team next year. I highly doubt he would sit out. He's not 27. He's 37. He can't afford to miss a year. Yeah, I mean, Aaron's the kind of guy who would be willing to sit out a game. Maybe, probably not. I don't think he's going to sit out. He could threaten to retire. But retiring off of an NFC Championship loss isn't really that good. Rodgers never said anything. Yeah, this is a bunch of speculations. Nothing came from Rodgers himself. And the media likes to hype up whatever little thing they can. But there's definitely something going on. The media just tries to make it bigger. So maybe Rodgers wants something different and maybe frustrated, and now multiple sources. When you win an MVP, the media is going to try to make it up. But the thing is, it's not just from Adam Schefter. We heard about Adam Schefter that his reports were based on multiple observations, and he held on to this information, and it wasn't really from Rodgers himself. But the rumors are flying around. Rodgers hasn't said anything himself, but Davante Adams has said something himself, and he'd have to have extra thinking if his guy wasn't there, meaning next year after he's a free agent, once his contract expires, he has one more year left on his deal. Once that expires, if Rodgers wasn't on the roster, which he's going to be still under contract, because if we look at contracts, spot rack, Rodgers is still going to be under contract. There's an out in like 2022. So that's the out that we get to save more money. See right here, he's under contract this year, next year, in 2023. But we can have an out here and only have $17 million in dead cap instead of like $38 million in dead cap. So, I mean, if we're able to retain Rodgers, and these are a bunch of rumors, then we're fine. If we're able to somehow extend Adams, because Adams right here, is a free agent after this year. If we're able to extend Adams, then we're fine. But if we somehow lose leverage over Rodgers and things go haywire and a team outbids us for Adams, then we're retired. So basically, worst case scenario is Aaron Rodgers retires. After this year, a team outbids us for Davante Adams, and we lose both and we get nothing out of it. That's basically the worst case scenario. But the most likely scenario is Rodgers stays on the team until that out, or what was I going to say? Until the out or his contract expires, and we work on a deal with Adams. That's probably the likely scenario. Media loves to hype all this stuff up. You have to do your research, and you have to make sure it's from multiple sources. But Adam Schefter, I'm not really trusting him, but the video I posted on my channel was not of Adam Schefter. It was from other guys. Yeah, that's basically all the big news I have today. But I'm switching tabs. I'm freaking out. But Adam's not gonna go with Rodgers. Rodgers will stay 100%. Packers gonna give Rodgers his respect. I heard today they're in negotiation. Yeah, that's the other thing. Yeah, that's the other thing I want to discuss. The other thing I want to discuss is that the Packers offered Aaron Rodgers a ton of money, and they offered him a ton of money, potentially like the highest paid quarterback in the league. So they're definitely working on an extension, but we still have a good roster. My money, if I were to bet on this, I would bet that Rodgers is going to stay on the roster and be forced to play for us, and I don't think he's going to retire or hold out. He could, but if I were to bet money, I'd say we'd still have the roster we have right now, pending anything else. Didn't he decline that contract extension? Yeah, we haven't agreed on an extension yet. He declined it, so that's worrisome that we offer him all the money, and then he declines it. Like, I don't know. But they haven't agreed on the thing. That's basically it. So we need Julio Jones. Um, I mean, Julio Jones would be nice. I like Julio Jones, but the Falcons are going to trade Julio Jones after June 1st to get under the cap. Most likely, I don't think they could, but they would trade Julio only to clear cap space, and yeah, that's basically it. What are y'all gonna trade for Julio? I mean, Julio's an aging veteran. If we trade for Julio, that would be a win now mode situation. And that's the only reason why we trade for Julio is to win now because Julio's aging and his contract is expensive. But the Falcons would have to trade him after June 1st, which is like less than a month away now. So yeah. But we would have to trade. I keep clicking the wrong tabs. We'd have to trade like a first round pick, probably a first or probably a first or maybe like a second somewhere down the road. Jordan Love draft picks. We'd have to trade him somebody. I don't know, but I don't really. We don't have the cap for Julio right now. We'd have to make some restructures and redeals, and we'd have to trade a lot of capital. I just don't think it would be a good idea. I don't think we really even need Julio Jones. I mean, he would really make our offense just insane, but I mean, he's aging, he's going to take a lot of money, and it's going to take some capital to get him. It's going to take draft picks because so the Falcons can sign their rookies, and they don't really want to get a player from us that they're going to have to pay. Jordan Love need a fresh start from Matt Ryan. I mean, yes, he needs to go from a dumpster fire. It's a win-win for the Falcons. Julio Jones, an aging player that wants to win a Super Bowl, and the Falcons are a rebuilding team. And two, the Falcons after June 1st can fix their cap situation by trading him. For some QB, the Packers are bringing in QBs Brett Kerner and Chad Kelly for this weekend's rookie mini camp on a trial basis. Yeah, and that's not saying those two quarterbacks are not going to start for the Packers. I can guarantee you that. The only reason why we're looking at quarterbacks is because the only two quarterbacks on the roster right now is Aaron Rodgers and Jordan Love. So like if Rodgers goes down, then like who's going to be our backup quarterback? It's usually healthy to have three players on the roster and a couple other quarterbacks on the practice squad. So that's why they're probably not going to get any playing time. Most definitely, yes, QB depth. We need that. We only have two quarterbacks. Rodgers will make it work for Julio. No, he's not. Unfortunately, he's not because we tried to restructure Rodgers' contract to save a bunch of money so we could sign free agents, but reports came out saying, oh, no, Rodgers not going to do that, and Rodgers didn't restructure. He wanted the long-term deal. So he turned down the big-time money that we were offering him, and he turned down the restructure. So I don't know. Maybe he just wants something else to change. It's really unclear. All of this is cloudy. Rodgers is stubborn, and he wants a lot of control over his contract. But then the team won't be able to. That's what I'm saying. We won't be able to trade for Julio because freaking Rodgers is like a $38 million cap hit, taking up like 20% of our cap space. We just can't do it, man. $37 million cap hit. We can't trade for Julio. We have no cap space. Right now, we have $3 million of cap space. If we trade for Julio, we're not going to be able to pay for him. So, no, we can't do that, unfortunately. That was terrible thing. It's not about the money. I mean, we tried to restructure Rodgers, and and we couldn't get it done. He didn't agree with that. Aaron Rodgers restructure. If I can pull it up here, structure. Did I really spell that wrong? Aaron Rodgers wants contract extension, not Packers restructured deal. See, this saves cap space, but Rodgers wants extension and money. That's what he wants. And then we offer him that, but he doesn't want that. So I don't know what he wants. He turned down the contract negotiations. He's under contract right now, but in terms of extending him after 2024, it's not looking like it's really possible. So it's just like we're just gonna have to wait until he addresses the media. So Julio to the Packers is impossible, yeah, because we have $3 million of cap space. We can't do it. It is about help and how the team just treated him, especially the last few drafts. Well, not this draft. This draft was great. Last season draft, yeah, I don't blame you. We drafted Love. He's backup quarterback. We drafted his successor too early. And then we get A.J. Dillon, a backup running back, and then we get a tight end who's not playing, and then we trade away our 4th-round pick. We traded up for a guy we didn't need to trade up with for his 4, which was pretty stupid, and then we get a guy in Kamal Martin in the 5th round, which is a good draft pick. That was probably our best draft pick outside of getting Chris Barnes in undrafted free agent, but then the rest was offensive line depth. So we didn't have a good draft last year. But this year, we addressed needs. We had a much better draft, but we just haven't been able to supply Rodgers with support. It's just been developing guys and drafting well. That's it. Rodgers can make a deal. Yeah, we have. It's just we can't reach one right now, and that's the frustrating part. The Packers and Rodgers are just not on the same page, and they need to get on the same page. James Jones and John Kuhn all been live and explain it. Yeah, they say this thing is fixable. I'm saying it's very fixable. It's more fixable than not fixable. It's just that he's turned down the restructure, and like as we said here, I got rid of the page, but he turned down the restructure and Aaron Rodgers extension. The Green Bay this is old news. Amid Aaron Green Bay Packers trade rumors, negotiations dragging on. Like we haven't agreed to one yet. This is old right here. I'm pretty sure this is old news. This was 2018. Yeah, this was 2018 this is August 29th, 2018. So that was his old extension. But yeah, we'll see what Rodgers says to the media. But I mean, we just need to work out a deal. Rodgers is going to start to regress sometime in the next 5 to 6 years. He's going to be Tom Brady age right now. He's going to be like 43, so he's going to lose mobility probably. Arm talent, Tom Brady retained it. As long as you take care of your body and stay in shape, you can still play at a high level. But I'm not sure big long-term contract. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If he regresses, which is an if. We can't say that for sure. If he takes care of his body, but we need a quarterback that we're not paying a lot of money that can perform at a high level. Rookie contract, surround him with talent, win Super Bowl. But Brady is on a really cheap contract. They surround him with talent, Super Bowl. Packers last year could have drafted T. Higgins, Laviska Shenault, Chase Claypool. Yeah, exactly. And then this year we get Amari Rodgers, who's going to be our only wide receiver on the roster. This is kind of Brett Favre's situation. Both played for 16 years. Rodgers going to come back when he has to. Yeah, both played for 16 years. And history repeats itself. Have you guys ever heard the saying, history repeats itself? This thing happening, drama between Brett Favre, Aaron Rodgers, and now the same thing with Aaron Rodgers, Jordan Love. History repeats itself. Tom Brady has not regressed because he's like what is mobility? Yeah, he's never been mobile. He's just never been fast. So yeah, that's basically it, man. So I give the Colts a great grade, A plus. They're gonna have to wait for Eric Fisher to come back, but Eric Fisher was a Pro Bowl tackle, had a really good year last year. Was good protecting Mahomes' blind side, and then you saw the Chiefs without him in the Super Bowl was absolutely terrible. Um, so he tore his Achilles. That's really the only thing, but it's a 1 year, $9.4 million deal. So it's a good deal. The Tim Tebow thing, I don't really like it. I mean, if it's a really low risk deal, like a $1 million deal, then fine, great for them. But I don't think it's gonna work out. But the familiarity with the system, it could work. And then, of course, the Devontae Adams saying he's going to have to do some thinking if Rodgers leaves, and we already went over all the Rodgers stuff. So that's basically Murray coming back. Tom doesn't show regression because he isn't a mobile quarterback and he takes care of his arm, make sure it's strong. Armed QB, he's calm, look over for the open pass. And the Buccaneers have a good offensive line and it allows them to find those open receivers. So he's not going to sit out to the point until he has to pay money. Yeah, Rodgers is probably not going to sit out or retire. He could retire and go to Jeopardy and his fiance, but who knows if he's going to do that. Retiring now won't do anything bad for Rodgers financially. He has millions of dollars. Every NFL quarterback has millions of dollars, and he's getting paid more millions of dollars to be on Jeopardy. So I guess we could terminate his contract and help us out if he retired, but we wouldn't get any players or draft capital or anything in return. Tebow is bad. Yeah, I don't think Tebow's going to really do anything. Switching to tight end, he doesn't really have any experience at tight end. We played the clip, and I don't think it's going to happen. He's not retiring. I don't think he is, but the possibility, every single thing is a possibility. So that's basically all the news we got today, man. So Eric Fisher signing with the Colts, 1 year deal, uncertain for week one, but he's going to have the big impact. I think the Colts are well off for next year, but yeah, that's basically it. Jeopardy doesn't pay more than the NFL. Yeah, but Rodgers doesn't really need extra money. He has millions of dollars, so I mean, I don't know. Yeah, it's different type of money. He gets fame, attention either way. So I don't know, man. It's all speculation right now. Tebow to the Jags seems kind of like a publicity stunt. I mean, it's just to reunite with Urban Meyer. That's it. But I don't really know, dude. The Jaguars aren't gonna really have a tight end. That Tebow's not gonna block for him. That's what I know. He just doesn't have the body frame to block. Still being a popular on a TV show wouldn't be cheap. That's what I'm saying. It wouldn't. Um, so yeah, yep. That's basically where we're standing as of today, with the current news. It won't hurt him at all being on Jeopardy yet. It's you're not getting hit by defensive linemen, and you're being on your favorite show. You're still good. Millionaires do want more money, yeah, but I'm saying like we're trying to give it to them. I don't know, dude. It's all speculation. All we're doing right now is speculating about everything. But Rodgers yet to address the media really himself face to face. So it's really either going to be like this the whole off season, and he's going to play it down for the Packers. I'd say he's going to play it down for the Packers unless something goes haywire. But Adams basically said like he'd have to do some extra thinking if my guy wasn't there, meaning if someone outbids us, which is very possible, then we'd lose him. We could franchise tag Adams though, but that would only keep him around for one more year. Why you think Mayweather still fights when you can make? I know, dude. Millionaires do want more money. That's not what I'm saying. Um, what I'm saying is this is all speculation, and we don't know what he's gonna do. We can only wait until he addresses the media, but we do know where Adam sits on this whole situation. Um, Start paying money back to Green. I never said that. What the heck? I never said he's gonna pay money to Green Bay. Why would I say that? I don't know, dude. But anyways, that's basically it. Hopefully, we can keep Rodgers around. I think we will. Still under contract, but anything can change. Anything can happen. But he's not yet to address the media. Media likes to blow this up. Uh, Tim Tebow to the Jags. I don't really like it, but if you pay low money, then it doesn't really hurt you as much. But the Eric Fisher thing, I think it was one of the best signings left, and you get a more sure thing. It's just that Achilles injury, but I think he'll be fine. Week 3, week 4 is probably when he's going to return. Um, so, yeah, that's all of our news today. The past 2 off seasons for the Packers have been crazy. A horrible draft last year and all this Rodgers drama, followed by a good draft too. Followed, if he sits out, he would have to. What do you mean? I never said you said that. Yeah, I don't know. I'm confused by that. But the past 2 off seasons have been crazy. Uh, all right, bro. I lost my train of thought. I'm trying to reply to Cameron. The past 2, we just had a great draft. Eric Stokes fills a need. Freak, who do we get? We got the center, fills a need. The Amari Rodgers fills a need. Slot receiver, and going to be the future. If he pans out, that's going to be really good. We got more offensive linemen. We were losing offensive line guys. That's good. We need to keep Rodgers upright. He's at his best when he's upright. And then we got a running back to have a third one on the team. And then we got a linebacker and another corner. I think we got a linebacker. I'm just going off the top of my head, but we addressed needs. We got good guys on the board. So we just had a good draft. But, I mean, that's all the news that happened. I screen recorded the first 2, but as far as the Adams one, I'm like, I'm not going to screen record again. I'm just going to give my takes and everything here. So that's basically, I forgot to mention a great draft. Yeah, we did. Rodgers and Stokes were terrific. Yeah, those were my 2 favorite for sure because we were getting burned by receivers, and you need multiple corners to cover guys effectively because many teams like the Bucks, they have Chris Godwin, Mike Evans, Antonio Brown. You need 2 guys on the outside. Since it's a pass-first league, you need 2 guys on the outside who cannot get burnt, and then a guy in the slot who can stay and stop those routes over the middle of the field. Cornerback depth is really necessary to have a lot of solid ones, can shut down passing attacks, and allow for the pass rush to have an easier job getting to the quarterback since it's a pass-first league now. I guarantee Rodgers' return this year. I'm almost guaranteeing it. You can't guarantee anything in life, but you can really guarantee a lot of. You can nearly guarantee because he's under contract.